Okay, hi YouTube. This is President Michael, and what this is going to be is a audio report on the Ben Carson book signing that took place in Lakeland, Florida at the Books A Million on November 3rd, 2015. I really should have filmed this video actually a while ago. What I should have did is, because I uploaded the video I filmed at the event, I really should have combined it with a report like I'm doing now. And then I think it would have went a lot better. But I did upload it. It's probably going to be the video before this or a couple videos back. So you just look on my video list. You'll be able to find what I filmed. And I'll make sure I show the books that I got signed at the end of this too. Now, I wasn't exactly happy with the event. I'm not really, I don't want you to think I'm being negative about Ben Carson. I'm not. But I do have a little bit of criticism of him, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But first I want to talk about what happened now. I will admit, there was a lot of people there. I heard someone working security said it's about like 3,000, and then I read in the paper it was around 2. So it's somewhere in that area. There was a lot of people. My problem is the bookstore definitely didn't handle this very correctly because it was very disorganized. You weren't sure what line was where to go. I guess there was 500 tickets that were given out to people who bought the book ahead of time. But I didn't even know about the tickets until I got there. So I wasn't able to take advantage of that. The bookstore didn't advertise this as well as it should have been. Well, when I first got there, I was told to get in this one line. I went there for quite a bit of time, and I found out that was the ticket line, which means I had to get out of line, go to the other one, which means I was even farther back in the line I should have been to. So that was told to me by people who worked for the bookstore. So the bookstore employees, a lot of them really didn't know what they were talking about. They were very confused. It was very disorganized, like I said, how the lines were shifting around. I had no idea exactly where, what part of the line was where. It was kind of mashing together. They really should have had it to be more roped off. They should have had a bigger chunk of the parking lot to do, and they put a lot of people in a very small area. That was another problem. And they should know how to do with these book signings, because Books A Million has a lot of these signings all the time. So they should have had people there that should have organized it. Next, let's see. Let me just look at this. Let me see. I don't mean to be ooh and ah so much. I just want to make sure I do say everything that I wanted to. So I have a little list here. At first they were going to be taking pictures because I was told by somebody they had it set up where each person would be able to take a picture of Dr. Carson. Then they ended up taking that down, which I think was a mistake because a lot of people, well actually probably 99% of the people wasn't able to even get a decent photograph of him at all. Definitely couldn't get your picture taken with him. When we finally got up to the top of the line, I didn't even get a chance to say hi or shake his hand. They grabbed the books out of my hand. They wouldn't let us get any non-book items signed. They wouldn't let us really talk to him. They just really pushed us by like cattle. And it was really quick. If you look at my previous video, it was just like, whoop, walked by. The staff that was working for Dr. Carson or the publishing company, whoever is hired them, wasn't very friendly at all. They, I think, were pretty rude to people the way they were moving them through. And Dr. Carson admits that because in a posting he did on his Facebook page for his campaign. Let me read it to you. And he should have did something at the time, and he admit, yeah, he was wrong about that. But he says here, and this is a copy of it. During the book tour for A More Perfect Union, and this was posted on his Facebook page on November, I think, 4th. The book signing that I went to with him was November 3rd, so the day after. During the book tour for A More Perfect Union, we have had enormous crowds. In many cases, these crowds exceed 1,000, sometimes even 2,000 people. We set out trying to sign everyone's book, and as a result, as a result of that, the book tour company has been a bit abrasive, which is an understatement in my opinion, with people who want a few more seconds at the podium where I will sign. I apologize because I was not comfortable seeing it that way. seeing the way that people were being rushed, and I didn't make a big deal about it, which he should have. He was there, he saw it, he should have said something, and he didn't. And it really made the experience of meeting him not as nice as it should have been, and he should have stepped up at that time. You know, the next day or anything, it's too late. And for a lot of people, that will only be the only chance I'll ever probably get to meet him or see him in person. Let me continue. Now, I like what he says here. I've told the book tour company that I would rather sell less books and be able to at least have people have a couple of seconds to say hello. Starting tomorrow, you'll find a gentler group of handlers, and we'll be cutting the line off earlier. We will not sell as many books, but I'll be happy, and I think all of you will be happy too. Again, my apologies to have rushed and felt abused by the handlers. This is not who we are. And I've been read a lot of people commented on that. Some were, hey, we're just happy to meet him. Others saying that the people who was helping him go through with the line, that a lot of them were rude too. One person even commented how one of them grabbed their little child's arm and pulled it really hard and it hurt him. So whoever hired them shouldn't have had him there. And Dr. Carson did see how they were acting, and he should have been more assertive then, and he didn't. But he did at least apologize for it and put a statement on his Facebook page, his campaign Facebook page. And remember, it was November 4th if you want to read it. But he should have stepped up then when this was going on. Now, he got there early, but I don't think he started signing early. I think he answered some reporters' questions because I thought I seen some film of it. So I'm not exactly sure when he started signing. Now, it was from 6 to 9 November 3rd. Okay, that's all well and good. The thing is, he left, I think it was around 7:30, an hour and a half earlier, which he shouldn't. He was supposed to be there 6 to 9, and he gave his word he was going to be there 6 to 9. I seen people coming in close to a little bit before he left, and they wouldn't let him get in line. They wouldn't even let them purchase a book. They said, we can't, he's leaving, that's it. So a lot of people are pretty disappointed that they weren't able to meet him. And I know even more came in, even after he left, probably wanted to meet him too. And they didn't get that chance because he left early, which he shouldn't have. He should have stayed there until 9. I understand if it's an emergency or something like that, but it clearly wasn't. And if you're going to say you're going to be there till 9, you should be there till 9. So that's another problem I have. Like I said, it was so quick when I finally got up there. I didn't even get a chance to say hello or shake his hand or anything. I did get a chance to shake his hand when he was walking out of the store, but barely was even able to do that. So I hardly had any interaction with him at all. Oh, and remember I said about how disorganized the line were? I seen people cutting in the line ahead of us because of the confusion. I even seen one. Now, you were told you had to buy the book and have the receipt with you before you could even see it signed. I seen someone take some off the shelf, jump ahead of the line, ahead of a lot of people, go and get it signed, and I think the man might even have walked out without even paying for it. So it was not, like I said, not organized very much at all. And you would think they would have had it where you at least get have the experience a little bit more enjoyable for people who wait like 3 hours. I wait like 3 hours in line, most of it outside in the heat. And you know how hot, well, some of you may know, how hot it gets in Florida, even at night. It even take you, if you want, after you got his autograph and you want to take a picture of him, it was hard. They were telling you, you gotta go. You could stand over this line and take a picture of him, but they kept rushing you from that area, and people kept getting in front of you. It was even hard, even able to take a picture of him, the way it was organized and where they had it situated for him to sign. So they didn't do a very good job of that either. Let's see. That's most of what I want to say about this. I don't want you to think that I'm being a baby about this or just whining about it. I'm not. I still like him as a person. He's a very smart man. And I'm happy I got a chance to see him, even though I wish it was under more enjoyable circumstances. I understand there's a lot of people there, and I know I wasn't. You couldn't give too much time for each person, but I think they could have done it a little bit better, at least a few more seconds than just practically walking by. But I'm still happy I met him, and I did get his autograph. And let me show you. I got a few books signed. Here's A More Perfect Union. The autograph's really rushed. I've seen better examples of his signature. Gifted Hands. America the Beautiful. I'm amazed how fast he's able to sign these. Seen someplace online that he signs autograph about every 3 seconds. Oh, and think big. But anyways, that's pretty much the report on the Ben Carson book signing in Lakeland, Florida on November 3rd at Books A Million. I don't know how it was at other book signings, but I did read some comments people were putting on that apology note that he put on his Facebook page, and some of them who went to other ones like in Tampa, and I think it was the Villages and others. A lot of them said a lot of the same things that I said, so I think it was quite similar. Anyways, if you have any comments or questions, I'll put it below. I'm always happy to answer your questions, and I look forward to talking to you again soon, YouTube. Bye, everybody. Bye.